Ali, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I want to talk music with you because I heard you were introduced to Fleetwood Mac by your mother, right?
Yes, she loved Fleetwood Mac. And we had the best of, which I know isn't a legitimate record, but it's my favorite Fleetwood Mac record. It has all the hits.
Well, that's a nice fuck it mentality.
Yeah.
So, but what was it like for you to go on tour with Stevie Nicks?
It was amazing. So it was Stevie Nicks and the Pretenders, and Stevie Nicks was incredible. I didn't see her in the flesh besides when she was on stage. She sort of rolled up in a black van, walked on stage, and then left in a black van, but she sang incredibly and amazing. But the Pretenders were also supporting, and I got to have a really awesome conversation with Chrissy Hind.
What was it about?
We talked about, she's from Akron, Ohio, and I knew that because I listened to an interview with Mark Maron about Chrissy Hind, with Chrissy Hind, and I knew that she was from there, and she's very into animal rights. She's a vegan, and so we spoke about veganism, and she gave me this pamphlet about this very humane way of taking milk from a cow.
And are you vegan ever since?
No.
Aspiring?
No. Look, I really respect vegans, but I just can't do almond milk. I need milk. I need cow milk and meat.
And did you tell Chrissy Hind that?
No,
or did
I didn't.
you just...
I was like, amazing, yes, you know.
Music was always around you when you were young.
Yeah.
But then you suddenly quit music. What happened?
Well, when I was a kid, I didn't like anything besides music. So my mum got me involved in a choir, and I started doing classical singing. So I sang all the German and Italian arias, and I did all my exams. So I was very heavily involved in music. And then when I was about 16, I discovered boys and going out and getting drunk. And I was like, I'm out of here. I don't want to sing in the choir anymore. And it really took about another 6 years for me to come back to it. So that was really it. I just think I wanted to, because I was very strict. My life was very strict. It was like school and singing, you know, it was very rigid.
And was it something you wanted to do back then? So rigidly, or was it more forced upon you by your parents?
No, I loved it. And I think this is something that I've talked about before. I didn't have many female role models that were writing their own songs and playing in bands. So I could see pop singers, and then I could see like musical theatre and that sort of stuff. But I didn't see girls with guitars playing in bands near to me. And so I just didn't think it was something I could do. And then I got a bit older, and I was like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And, you know, now there's all this conversation about women in music and representation, and I can see how the lack of seeing that around me meant that maybe it took me longer to get to it. And I think it's really great now that there's more chicks playing music, because young girls will be like, cool, I want to be like that, you know?
I really love that you're very vocal about it also in your lyrics.
Yeah.
They're very feminist and awesome.
Thanks.
But there's still a lot of work to do in the music industry, right? What do you think should change as soon as possible?
Well, I mean, I guess just continuing the conversation we're having, like having festival bookers and promoters being aware of having female representation and on their lineups, you know, so it's not, because it's still stacked. Like you look at a festival lineup and it's mainly men, and sometimes, you know, there's a band that has one girl in it or whatever. So we just need to see more women. I think that's the main thing, because, and then there's those dumb arguments where they're like, there's more men playing music than there are women, which is not true. Like there's so many girls playing music, and they just need to be given a chance. The same with like female sound engineers and female music managers and female tour promoters, you know, so
female radio DJs.
Female radio DJs, exactly. Like it's just, and people want that, you know, people want women, people want to see diversity. It's boring. It's bloody boring.
You did an kick-ass cover of Tame Impala's song "'Cause I'm a Man." This was in 2016, the same year you wrote a think piece. It's about fucking time we gave female musicians the credit they deserve. This was a bit of a statement, I guess, to do this song.
Yeah, definitely. I just thought it was such it's a great song, and I thought flipping the gender thing would be so interesting. And I love that Kevin Parker wrote this song because he is, admitting his faults, but it was just an interesting take to sing it as an angry girl.
Angry white girl.
Yeah, that's right. Another one.
Yeah. Now onto your new album. I really love the title. Hello, I'm doing my best. There seems to be some development here where you're accepting who you are. Is that the case?
Yeah, definitely. And I think the title, Hello, I'm Doing My Best, kind of became my mantra. I was trying so hard at the end of my first record. I was trying so hard to be somebody else or be better or prove something, and it never came out the way I wanted it to. And I really had to come back to just like, this is who I am, this is all I have, and it has to be enough. And not to anybody else, it has to be enough to me. That was the problem. It wasn't that anybody else was let down by me. I was let down by me because I had these ridiculous expectations. And I know that this happens for other people because I have conversations with my girlfriends and my partner and other people that I know where we put so much pressure on ourselves to be better. And so this is a collection of songs where I'm admitting my faults, talking about times where I messed up, and letting it go,
And accepting your body, and don't torture yourself in the gym.
And also, like, in saying, hello, I'm doing my best, I'm talking about, yes, we should accept our bodies, but I don't always accept my body. Even though I talk about that we should, I definitely don't.
No, you want to, but you internalize it all. Yeah.
Some days I do, most days I don't. And that's all, that's as good as it might ever get, but that's fine,